With head coach Anders Sorensen in front of a couple of games here at home, finally. You get two straight here in the BMO. Well, that'll be nice to not have to jump on a bus to head somewhere.
Yeah, no, we're looking forward to it. We need to get our home record and our game up here.
Talk to me about Saturday night. It's maybe a few times that's happened over the last couple of weeks. You give up a couple of early goals, but every single time you've rallied and at least shown that compete. Does that show you good signs of things to happen maybe down the road?
Yeah, that part is good, but you don't like to give up early goals for sure. So we got to make sure that we have a little bit better start. I thought, in Grand Rapids we had a good start, but then I don't know if we came home and a little fatigue set in, but we need to be better in those areas.
You mentioned Grand Rapids. You're pretty much the only team that's had success against them this season. What do you think has matched up well for your team against GR, and maybe specifically how Drew Comesso has looked against them these two games?
Yeah, good question. I don't know if I really have it. It's so early in the year and lineups changes, and they're a good team. We know that. We have a lot of respect for them. So I think we just got to make sure we kind of play to our game plan and then take it from there.
How nice is it as a head coach to have two power play units that are contributing on a nightly basis?
Yeah, that's been positive for sure, and it seems like we have like a 1A and 1B situation right now. So I also think that creates some competition for guys if you want to get on and make sure you're playing well, and yeah, so it's positive.
I want to ask you about that third line of Ludwinski out there with Savoie and Hayes. It seems like pretty much any time that you need an energy shift, those guys are delivering, and especially Savoie and on the forecheck. What have you liked with that threesome together?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is the energy that they bring and the pace they can play with, and we're really happy with the way they're checking and just adjusting to the pro game, but the energy is for sure noticeable.
A note on Frank being paired out there with Brett and Jerry for those two games. What did you think of their connection together, and also Frank's ability to maybe be working with a few different groups of guys here in the early going?
Yeah, I mean, three good hockey players, and I thought their game against Chicago was their best, so they're just finding their rhythm a little bit. I think they've looked really good in practice here. Frank's a really smart player, and I think so is obviously Jerry and Scenes, so I think the match so far looks really good.